People would do anything to get a glimpse of what the future holds for them. It is true even more if it is with marketing. Marketing, looking into the future in terms of marketing is beyond superpower because it saves a lot of money, time, and resources if they can get an insight into the future. On that note, what we're talking about is exactly how you can get into a glimpse of future when it comes to your marketing. Maybe not looking into the future, but at least predicting what the future looks like for your marketing. Let's get started. And this is exactly how we used to analyze data in the past, right? We used to look at the historical data, then look at past trends because we had nothing to analyze when it comes to future. So we looked at how things were in the past, and then we kind of did an prediction. Then we kind of did some manipulation to our campaigns, and we call it optimization. And we used to optimize these campaigns, hoping to get a better shot at optimized results. Right? So this is how things worked in the past. So we had some historical data. The source of this data came from your ad campaigns, from your data that you had collected in the past. And once we had that, your campaign data, your current marketing data in terms of your campaigns, and then those we analyzed that into using reports and dashboards. We did some campaign optimization to get results, but mostly it was reactive decision making, and this is exactly how traditional analytics worked. Now, when I say about looking into the future, well, we may not be exactly looking into the future, but we probably may be looking at something on the lines of getting an insight into what future may look like, right? Or at least trying to predict what your future may look like. So how do you do that? The way you do that is you kind of look at something called as predictions, right? So you look at your historical data and external factors data collected from external factors, using your machine learning algorithms, using your AI systems. Once you have that data, you analyze and you model future trends, right? So you don't go into the past, you kind of look into the future and you kind of analyze that if this is how things are today, how may they look like in future? So you analyze some future trends and then you make some forecasts, and that is how you arrive at something called as predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is a system where you try using your data that you have collected from the past, certain behaviors, leveraging the powers of machine learning algorithms and using AI systems. You kind of go ahead and predict what the future of your marketing campaigns look like if things continue to go this way, right? Now, let's also get into the analysis of how it even came so far, right? So let me move myself. All right, so how did we get so far? So this is an illustration of what Gartner has come up with a few years ago. Now, we looked at descriptive analytics first, and then we looked at diagnostic analytics, then came predictive analytics, and the ultimate pinnacle of analytics today, as we speak, is prescriptive analytics, right? Now, let's look at what each of these things mean. Descriptive analytics is what has happened in the past, which is your traditional way of looking at analytics, right? You look at your marketing campaigns, you try and analyze what happened in the past, and then you analyze those results, and then you look at your sales data, cost data, then you come up with something, right? Then you have diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics is what happened, right? Why did it happen? You know what happened, you know that there is a decline in the traffic, you know that there is increase in cost, you know that there is a spike in costs, or spike in sales for that matter. But you want to understand why did it happen, because if you understand why it happened, you can go ahead and make certain amends and then make sure you don't repeat certain mistakes, or you capitalize on things that worked in the past, right? The next level is predictive analytics, which uses machine learning and AI algorithms and the systems to go ahead and kind of look at if things happened. If things happened this way, it picks up analysis from your descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and then applies the machine learning algorithms and kind of takes a far look into the future and say, if things have been like this so far, this is how the future may hold for us if we continue to do this. And that is what your machine learning algorithms do, right? Now, that is your predictive analytics. Now, the next level where your raw data becomes valuable business analysis or insights is when we speak about prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics looks at predictive analytics data and then applies certain other tools and mechanisms and make sure it reduces the mistakes or error scope of error and not going where we don't want to go with our marketing, and kind of capitalizing on the opportunities and making sure we aggressively go ahead and achieve our goals. And this level of analysis kind of reduces your what do you say, it prevents problems, it uses tech, it uses other tools to kind of prevent problems and then go ahead and to capitalize on the opportunities. So this is pretty much the life cycle of analytics over the years, right? All right, so what does it help with? It helps us with these things. It helps us with product development. When you say that, what are the products that may be in demand going forward? It kind of it kind of analyzes the data and kind of predicts what would be the products to go ahead and capitalize in the future. Imagine things like Procter and Gamble, and then Mac, and then you have a lot of products where they have hundreds of SKUs, right? Hundreds of product units and product categories. So if you can apply predictive analytics to understand what kind of products may be in demand in the future, you can go ahead and capitalize on those things. Then you have customer segmentation. You can analyze what segments are going to work, and then you can analyze them using predictive analytics. Then you can increase your ROI and conversion based upon that. Then you can go ahead and recommend better systems and better products like Netflix does, which increases the lifetime value of a customer most of the times, right? Then you have lead scoring and lead recommendations. Then you have churn prediction. It can go ahead and predict what are the areas where you may experience a churn in the customer rate or customer signups. Then you can avoid that. Then you have, predictive analytics also helps you to go ahead and personalize your ad campaigns better, because that will decide people's interest, and that will has a huge impact in the kind of conversions that you can expect going forward. So this is pretty much the 101 of predictive analytics when we speak about things.